Coming up on National Focus, European Union commits to fund water projects in Dominica under its 10th EDF facility. The Discover Dominica Authority says it's working on attracting more numbers to Dominica. And Festival Duive to kick off this Friday. Hello, I'm Fontaine.
And I'm Tarnia Green. Welcome to National Focus. Stay with us as we bring you the details of these and other stories when National Focus returns.
The government of Dominica and the European Union continue to collaborate in developing the island's water sector. Last month, both parties signed a new financing agreement under the 10th EDF Multi-Sector Support Programme. The EU National Authorizing Officer, Colleen Roberts, says the VECAS water supply project is one such project to be undertaken under this EU assistance package.
The European Union has committed funds for investment under the 10th EDF Multi-Sector Support Programme to support government's programs and social infrastructure. And so in the 2012-2013 budget, you would see approval given for investment, for instance, in the VECAS water supply system, which will be funded from resources under the 10th EDF programme. The funds have not been received yet on Dominica, but we hope upon fulfillment of our conditions that the first tranche will be released by December 2013.
The European Union is also providing support for the ongoing West Coast water supply project. Ms. Roberts says the EU is satisfied that work on that project is progressing satisfactorily.
The European Union has indicated that they are fairly satisfied with our progress so far on the West Coast water supply project. And even if they weren't, they wouldn't have committed to the funding even more projects in Dominica in terms of water infrastructure. So the European Union is quite pleased, as I said, and for sure, Salisbury to Capuchin will see an improved water supply system, as well as the other areas which are targeted under the 10th EDF General Budget Support Programme.
The country strategy paper for Dominica 2008 to 2012 represents the strategic framework for the cooperation between the European Commission and Dominica under the 10th European Development Fund, EDF. EC assistance under the 10th EDF will concentrate on general budget support to assist the government with the implementation of its policies and strategies aimed at achieving sustained growth and poverty reduction. The EC's total allocation for 2008 to 2013 foreseen for Dominica under the 10th EDF to address these priorities amounts to €7.5 million.
The Discover Dominica Authority is making a strong commitment to growing the number of people wanting to visit the nature island. Head of the Discover Dominica Authority, Colin Piper, says that this has been part of the authority's marketing strategy. He says a two-day conference on access into Dominica this week allows the DDA to speak about what opportunities exist for partnerships with airlines and explain what exactly it has been doing to push the nature island as a destination of choice. Piper is hoping to send a strong message to the visiting airline representatives attending this week's Access Conference in Dominica.
One of the things that we're committed to doing from a marketing perspective is to continue to grow the number of visitors into Dominica, to continue to impress upon the diaspora, the Dominican communities abroad, to come back home every now and then. And given, hopefully a turnabout in the economic state of affairs globally, that even domestic travel will be improved. All of which, in combination, will provide more clients for the airlines. So it's not just incumbent upon us to market to people coming for holidays, but if the if families start coming back, every year as opposed to every other year, and domestic travel improves in terms of people going outbound and coming back in, then we see that all of a sudden the numbers that an airline needs to be profitable would have increased. And as a consequence, they now service Dominica to the betterment, to the benefit of visitors coming in and spending additional money on the islands.
Meanwhile, Trinidadian access consultant working with the Discover Dominica Authority, Ian Bertrand, is suggesting that efforts be made by Dominica to improve the facilities at existing airline hubs to encourage passengers to fly to Dominica.
Unless you can improve the facilitation of the passengers at those hubs, then you're not creating an improved solution. And the person who wants to come in from New York into Antigua, Barbados, whatever it is, they don't want to go through a whole long hassle, going through immigration and customs and all that sort of stuff, to board another aircraft to come into Dominica. They want a very smooth access where they probably go straight into the in-transit lounge. So that requires Dominica recognizing that it does have a responsibility for those passengers at those hubs and working with the management of those hubs, probably even contributing money, right? It's a lot cheaper to contribute a couple of dollars to an in-transit facility than to build a new airport, right? So as to improve the quality of the access.
A number of airlines were represented at the Access Conference, which came to a close at the Fortune Hotel on Wednesday.
Honourable Kelva Daru, parliamentary representative for the St. Joseph constituency, went on a site visit to the St. Joseph Early Childhood Centre on Wednesday. He spoke to GIS about the implementation of universal childhood education. According to Honourable Daru, the building was recently renovated and walls removed to make space for more students this September. Universal early childhood education demands that every child of preschool age attend school. Honourable Daru said about $35,000 was spent to make the washroom facilities child-friendly. A few shelves were also put in to accommodate storage, all in order to make the transition into universal early childhood education a smooth one.
We've also done some shelves for the children so that they could do their bags, and as well as to ensure that the place is properly tiled and you have enough ventilation here so the children can be safe. Of course, the government remains committed towards the advancement of its early childhood policy, and here in St. Joseph we've done work to ensure that we can get there.
The MP for St. Joseph revealed that universal early childhood education is a very essential move that will only benefit students. Therefore, this government will take the necessary steps to cater to the island children.
We have to ensure that we have all of these children here given the opportunity to at least attain an early childhood education, setting the foundation for them as they move on to primary, secondary, and even college and university. And so we've continued to remain committed to our work. I must commend the Minister of Education as well for his efforts in ensuring that we move quickly here to get the building in shape before the school year commences.
Lucina Serra, who is one of the teachers at the centre, made the observation that the renovations provide the students with a better lighted and more ventilated learning space. She discussed what learning is like for her students.
At the St. Joseph Early Childhood Centre, we follow the high scope curriculum, which has 5 main ingredients. Material, that means the children has to have a variety of interesting, open-ended materials that they can work with. We also have manipulation, where the children handle the materials, they explore, and they work with the material on their own. And there is choice. That means the children have their own choice to choose whatever material that they want to work with, and whoever they want to work with the material with it, and where they want to work. So we do not indicate to them where they should work, what they should do, and who they should choose, but they have their own choice to choose what they want to do. And we also have language, where they get an opportunity to develop their language. So they communicate with each other, and they also communicate with the teachers.
Sarah also said that the teachers are careful to encourage students and empower them instead of commanding them. Honorable Darrow commended the Centers for Teachers for the professionalism displayed in educating the 45 students at the St. Joseph Early Childhood Center. He also said that his community of St. Joseph will play its part in the advancement of universal early childhood education.
And the president of the Dominica State College, Dr. Donald Peters, is suggesting that OECS countries find cost-effective ways to make maximum use of their public educational facilities and institutions. Dr. Peters made the observation when he addressed a recent panel discussion on the implications of the OECS integration process. Peters says because of the high cost of public higher education, regional governments are finding it increasingly difficult to meet the needs of its human resource base. He says this problem could be addressed if resources are shared.
If Dominica State College is offering tourism, ecotourism, adventure tourism, and hospitality, and we have only 90 students in the program. St. Vincent is offering the same thing, but they have 27 students in the program. But we are building, we plan to build a marina in Portsmouth at some point, and we're going to need people to fix boats, put up sails, train and repair boats. We have no university to train our people, but St. Vincent can do it. St. Vincent has put a lot of money into the marine program. So I have no, if I have to train these people and I have to put up a whole new department of marine technology, that will cost millions of dollars. The answer is I will send my students to St. Vincent and they send theirs for adventure tourism in Dominica.
Dr. Peters is also advocating for more cross-border education among islands of the Caribbean. He is hinting to the development of a common curriculum for all OECS states.
People need to get together and try to look at a curriculum that can meet the needs of the Caribbean people. And the reason it's important is that we all need to be educated. And education cannot be a purview of the elite anymore. Because all of us will suffer if we cannot get people to build our houses, repair our cars, bring up our system when it's crashed. We need professionals and we need colleges and universities to do it anywhere in the region. The region is very small. OECS has taken the leadership to form a union. There are a lot of benefits in it, free movement for education. And our position, I know the rest will talk about it, is that it has tremendous impact for higher education.
The panel discussion on OECS integration and its implications was held at the Public Service Training Center last week.
In more news, the first festival Ttyl geared at creating the hype leading up to the World Creole Music Festival will kick off this Friday, 28th of September at the Crazy Coconuts from 6 p.m. Events Director at the Dominica Festivals Committee, Natalie Clark-Mead, says the festival lineup will include Sakis, Lapo Cabwit, Machine Creole and Triple K Global.
We'll be having our first festival Ttyl at Crazy Coconuts, where we'll be featuring Creole food. And along with that, we're going to have the usual Sakis Lapo Cabwit parade and Machine Creole. Wadex will be there. Digicel, the Bigger Better Network, our headline sponsor, will be there. And of course, Triple K Global will be there. Starts at 6, ends at midnight.
Wayne Benjamin of the Triple K Band International is encouraging support from the public for this year's first ever festival.
The band is going to be part of the Friday Ttyl, the first ever festival Friday Ttyl at Crazy Coconuts next Friday the 20th, and I'm encouraging everybody to turn out in numbers to support not just Triple K or Crazy Coconuts, but to support the festival, because the festival is one that, in return brings a lot to Dominica. And we are Dominicans, and I am Dominica, and the question is, are you? So you have to turn out. I know everybody is looking forward to seeing the band on the second night of World Creole Festival. I can tell you, definitely the band going to bring energy, and non-stop energy.
The 16th edition of Dominica's World Creole Music Festival will be staged at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium from October 26 to the 28th, 2012. Season tickets cost $325 or $122 while nightly tickets cost 120 EC dollars or $45 US.
And the 4th annual Ttyl Festival gets underway in Layu this weekend. Despite the event's cancellation last year due to the Mathieu Dam disaster, the Layu Improvement Committee has an exciting affair planned for Ttyl Festival 2012. Parliament representative for the St. Joseph constituency, Honorable Kelva Daru, spoke with GIS News in Layu at the Ttyl Festival City on Wednesday. Honorable Daru revealed that this year's festival is for the sole benefit of the residents.
Last year at the festival, the festival was able to take place because of the collapse of the Mathieu Dam. And we've decided that we would just do a simple thing this year to ensure that the residents of Layu can gain some economic benefit from the festival, as they have done from previous years.
President of the Layu Improvement Committee, Lazar Charles, listed items on the agenda for this weekend.
The activity begins on Friday with a Sunday Friday. This activity is organized by the Sports Club in collaboration with the Improvement Committee. On Saturday, we are having a block-style activity with Kubuli. The main event begins on Sunday at 10 a.m. with a service at the Christian Union Church, followed by a brunch. We host all our invitees to a brunch. After the brunch, the activities begin on the beach. We have sporting activities, football, rounders, just to name a few. And patrons can expect to patronize the Ttyl in different culinary arts form. We have pizza, we have pie, just to name a few. And we're expecting to have a good time. The entertainment, one of the main featured band would be WCK, powered by Gator Songs.
Honorable Daru pointed out that as part of Ttyl Festival activities, a scholarship will be awarded to a deserving student of the community. This scholarship is the 2nd annual of its kind.
Another recipient from the community of Layu who attends primary or secondary school will be awarded $500 officially at the church service on Sunday at the festival. This scholarship is an effort to ensure that any disadvantaged or less fortunate child from this community can have the opportunity to attend school unperturbed. And the Layu Improvement Committee has worked along with the Member of Parliament to ensure that we could extend it so that other persons, benefactors who see a need, can contribute towards that fund. So it has not become a trust fund here in the community of Layu.
The St. Joseph Parliament representative told GIS that it is the residents' hope that others take interest in the scholarship fund and contribute whatever they can to this worthy cause. Honorable Daru said that all of these efforts are towards the development of the entire constituency of St. Joseph. Pearl, Ttyl Festival in Dominica once again, the 4th year that we're going to be having such an exciting festival. It's really a festival designed to promote Ttyl. You know, Ttyl is found predominantly in the community of Layu. And for the past 4 years, the community has come together to sort of promote the Ttyl. And they have been making quite a number of delicacies with the Ttyl. Wow. I understand from a co-worker that there's even Ttyl juice and Ttyl punch.
Isn't that something? Well, one of the things I find really commendable about this year is that although the promotion is geared around Ttyl, but it's really for the residents having been affected from, you know, the Ophelia and the Mathieu Dam and the disaster that happened there last year. And also that a scholarship is going to be awarded to one of their students, you know, of the community. And I think that's really commendable. That not only is the parliamentary representative looking after its own, but the country on a whole will obviously come together to support these people.
And, you know, we are making this call, we're making this plea to nationals to come on down to Layu on that weekend to enjoy Ttyl and to make a financial contribution to the community and to the community advancement.
That's right.
Yes. Absolutely. Now, there's been little mysteries about Ttyl and how it originated and and at what time of year can we find titiwis. You know, there's a science surrounding this whole titiwi story, and it's my understanding that you can find them during the period of September to November, and there's something associated to the moon.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
it's a whole science.
Last quarter. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yes, and so they are caught really in abundance on the 4th day after the moon's last quarter. And titiwi, you can catch them in baskets, in fine nets and sacks at the mouth of the river. So it's a whole educational,
around titiwi
activity session, about the titiwi. So it's not just fun, but you get an opportunity to eat titiwi, to learn about titiwi, and to contribute nationally to the development of the persons who lost during the recent storms.
Yeah. And that's the English segment of the news. We now join Macpherson St. Louis for the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi c'est Macpherson St. Louis. Premièrement, ministre pour jeunesse, Honorable Justina Charles, a créé assez de femmes pour parler au compte monde qui a abusé. Honorable Charles fait parole sur la mardi, où la réalité qui prend place condamner violence au compte femmes. Ministre Charles a aussi créé assez de parents sénégalais salam pour parler au compte ces activités salam.
Mon cas dit moun et pour yo commencer à parler. Les nous chen se bitin la sigwe nous ka encourager moun continuer ça. Mon le dit c'est maman là les yo savent moun ka abusé c'est jeune tifi là espoir en dedans case là parler continue. Et ben les yon la porte ouverte les yon la porte fermée d'autres qui ouvert. On parti c'est maman là qui dit because nom là en case là c'est qui ka mène pain c'est qui ka ba yo manger enfants yo ka abuser enfants yo ka ni sexe et ben c'est jeune légion là en petit âge et ben c'est maman là parler c'est légion là c'est légion là ka souffert il can fait yo la peine en chair yo et ben yo passe à parler ça ka font partie jeunes légion haï maman yo haï society because society pas ka garder contre yo et ben nous ni pour commencer casser ces bitin ça là nous ni pour commencer parler ba yo nous ni pour commencer développer en famille pour nous vivre en plus l'amitié pour ces légion là ka lever et pour ouais nous ka vivre en l'amitié et puis yon et l'autre so les nous mutuer yo ça yo que senti yo même que fait famille et yo que continuer vivre en l'amitié ça là.
En d'autres nouvelles, ça fait qu'à concerner voile pour moun voyager pour la Dominique, t'es à tête pendant officier touriste, chaîne conférence en Dominique semaine salam. Conférence des jours là qui était organisée par Discover Dominica Authority, chaîne délibération où là yo garder manière pour faire Dominique en bonne destination. Quand même chef Dominica Discover Authority, Colin Piper, fait parole qui voile pour Dominique à concerner yo autant. Et puis plan mérite mettre en place c'est ça. Piper fait parole yon si manière là pour adresser ça, c'est pour brancher et puis industrie aviation, ça c'est affaires avion. Quand même association hôtel et puis touristes, garder conférence là manière pour mettre mise en place adresser situation là. En même temps aussi Discover Dominica Authority, taper assistance consultant Ian Bertrand, travail et puis yo taper solution pour ces bagages là qu'a concerné yo. Bertrand fait parole voile par bateau pour voyager Dominique. Si vous tapez attention, il y a une manière là pour adresser cette situation là. Conférence là qui était dans un hôtel Fontaine, venu au bout mercredi. À notre nouvelle, State College Dominica offert course pour monde qui est intéressant pour venir teacher. Parole là sorti un directeur des affaires éducation Meryl Matthew. Sinon, M. Matthew, il y a aussi offert course pour les teachers qui veulent avancer quoi yo.
Des programmes nous avons offert qui commencent en septembre primary, ça c'est young pour monde qui pas jamais teach. Nous avons créé un pre-service. Comme ça avant yo commencer teach, nous avons traîné. Et ça c'est ça qui est plus meilleur pour Dominique. Nous avons try et puis nous avons un deuxième programme. Deuxième programme là c'est pour monde qui déjà teach mais yo pas encore receive professional training. Ça nous ka vision nous, c'est nous que là mon tape un job pour teach Dominique, mon ça take ja train avant yon rentrer à l'école là.
Et puis finalement, Dominique a tapé bon avis qu'on un petit pays qui a développé, qui ça fait plus bagaille pour taper bénéfice EPA, ça c'est Economic Partnership Agreement. Economic Partnership Agreement qui c'est en l'année 2008, mettait mise en place pour bagaille relation commodité entre pays Caraïbes et pays European Union. Comme même ancien chef European Union pour Barbade et puis Caraïbes, ambassadeur Valeriano Diaz, fait parole qui pendant plusieurs pays Caraïbes pour voir des bénéfices, Dominique voit Titak affaires ou d'ailleurs taper soulagement duty free à sillon de commodités à la place Europe. Economic Partnership Agreement qui fait provision pour tout pays en région là, tient compétition à la place Europe sans pièce faveur. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour Nouvelle Créole pour à présent. Non moins, c'est Macpherson, St. Louis. Au revoir.
Up next is the tip of the day.
Hello, I'm Felix Anderson. Afternoon, and I'm here to tell you why it's better to buy your bag bread looking like this and not like Diabasak, a pig in a poke, a cat in a bag. Come on, if it's bagged, it's got to be tagged. Let me show you what I mean. Hello, ma'am. Can you tell me what's in that bag?
So you're not seeing it's a brown bread?
It looks like one, but you sure it's a brown bread?
Your face looking like the brown bread.
Brown and proud. If it's bagged, it's got to be tagged. Bakers, consumers, and retailers, please ensure that all your bagged bakery products clearly display brand name, product name, batch number, net contents, country of origin, list of ingredients, expiry date, identification code, and other important information about the product. Check the Dominica Bureau of Standards for details. So, am I right or am I right?
Today, our tip is about answering the phones properly. As soon as the phone rings, smile. Smile as though the person had just walked up to you.
When you smile, you send a signal to your brain and you will speak and react in a more friendly way. So get in the right frame of mind before answering the phone.
And that's National Focus. As usual, we invite your suggestions or comments. Please feel free to drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm.
Or you can visit our website at news.gov.dm. Or you can visit our GIS Dominica page on both YouTube and Facebook.
On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Fontaine.
And I'm Tarnia Green. Thank you so much for watching.